في مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. Alright, okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. Okay, a very good evening. Alright, so jarang sekali Madam buat live malam. Alright, so my kids are already sleeping, so I could share a bit for tonight, inshallah. Okay, so thank you to those who have commented with hashtag we are Ketukians. Okay, thank you. All right, Beta hamba Allah. Okay, siapa nama Beta? All right, Dia, thank you. Nur Adila, thank you. All right, Azira, thank you. Zara, thank you. All right. Putra Anis, thank you. Diviana, thank you. Nur Hidayah, okay. Anis Adiba, thank you so much for your hashtag we are Ketukin. So you're showing me that you are committed and that you memang betul-betul serious nak results yang gempak for your MUET. Okay, insyaAllah. Alright, okay, so here we have hello. Okay, Nur Ali, Siti Nur Alia. Waalaikumsalam, Dia. Alright, thank you, Sutra. Thank you, Nur Zulaikha. Alright, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, Fatin. Okay, alright, Waalaikumsalam also to Joe Jambul. Okay, thank you, Hazin, Nazira, Nur Safra, Putri Anis, Waalaikumsalam. Okay, Hasibah Nur Izzati, Putri Anis Azrin, Hila, Syari Izzati, Adila Razak, Sadatunisha, Husna, Akhyar Nur Roy, Nabila Nur Syafiqah. Wow, Masya Allah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for joining me tonight in the session. Okay, so last night we had hands-on writing class. Okay, with the Ketukians. So for these last 2 weeks, I usually really focus for the MUET Ketuk program. All right, to give that last minute, not really last minute lah. Okay, nak kata last minute tak juga, sebabnya kita dah banyak prepare sebelum ni. So it's basically final countdown preparation, critical preparation, intensive preparation, gear 5 preparation. So maybe perhaps 2 months ago we're just like gear 1 in preparing. So now 2 weeks before the actual MUET, we're now in gear 5 or even gear 10 now. Okay, so every day setakat ni lah. Okay, Madam pun tak tidur lena because I'm always thinking of how I can assist, how I can help the Ketukians, these candidates who trust my process in order to succeed in the MUET, inshallah. Okay, so now today I'd like to share on how to score band 5. Okay, so maybe some of you are targeting band 5. Okay, some of you maybe not band 5, maybe you are targeting band 4, maybe band 3, tak apa. Okay, we always try to target high, put a high target. Okay, just in case. All right, so we would ever score or target for band 1 or band 2. We always try to target high. Okay, all right, so the first thing before I share about how to score band 5, I talk about why candidates achieve band 1. Okay, so last night we had a session and I asked what are the challenges that you faced. All right, the biggest challenges that you face in answering task 2, writing. Right, so 4 main themes that we found is number 1, vocabulary. Number 2 is grammar. Okay, number 3 is not having ideas. All right, not having ideas to write. And number 4 is fear. Okay, number 4 here is fear. So what I could see is that there's fear and lack of confidence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how do candidates achieve band 4 and band 5 ni? Okay, so I'd like to tell you tonight and share with you based on apa Madam memerhati, alright, dalam batch session 1 Ketukians, apa yang Madam memerhati, siapa yang dapat band 4.5 ni. Okay, dia punya komitmen dalam program memang lain. Okay, alright. So here, I like to share with you why do people get band one. Okay, band one usually if you hear about band one, you tanya dia, you prepare start bila? Okay, when did you start preparing? Okay, now there are even there I do know some people. Okay, even my cousin. Okay, my cousin, she got band five, and she only started preparing about 2 days before. However, dia ni memang luar biasa sebab she takes care of her father. Her father memang is apa, sakit lah, alright. So she commits at home, taking care of her father. All right, and that's why she forgot that she has MUET. Okay. However, Allah bagi dia band 5 atas pagar. So I would say keberkatan tu sangat sangat powerful. So anyway, all right. So that's one that's a special case lah. Huh? All right. So here, if you ask those who get band 1, you ask them, when did you start preparing? Did you do any practice? Did you do practice at all? Did you know the format? And nescaya dia akan jawab, no, I don't know the format. No, I did not do a lot of practice because tak sempat. Alright, so here, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing that you have to target, strategize, if you want band 5, alright, band 5 writing especially. Okay, number one, make sure you do practice. Okay, now out of the 4 things that I mentioned before, the challenges of candidates, alright, number 1, I mentioned vocabulary. Number 2, I mentioned grammar. Number 3 is not being able to get ideas out. And number 4 is fear. And the biggest reason why many candidates do not get their band 5 or their targeted band is because of fear. Fear ni apa? Fear ni memang biasa. Alright? Fear is normal. Or however, kalau you fear yang 3 benda ni. Oh, aku tak cukup grammar, aku tak cukup vocab, aku tak cukup ideas. Memang yang ni dapat mempengaruhi ke semua ni. Okay, betul tak? If you have fear, bila you ada fear, you takkan prepare. You akan rasa macam, okay, rasa macam tak cukup vocab. So you baca vocab lagi. And like, oh my gosh, tak cukup grammar. You pun belik buku grammar sampai berhari-hari belik buku grammar sebab takut tak cukup grammar kan. Okay, and then you belik, you google grammar tu, grammar ni, alright, sampai ke tahap you tak practice pun because of fear. So here, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to reach band 5, the most important thing is that you have to practice. Alright, and so last night in our class, what we did is, if I could show you, okay, we did time practice. Okay, so I train in our program. I'm not the type of my principle in the MUET ketuk, alright, is, why is it ketuk? Is because ketuk ni, meaning I want to make sure that you candidates do not depend on anyone. Meaning for your practice, you buat practice. You tak tunggu orang lain. Okay, orang lain suruh buat practice baru you buat. So here MUET ketuk, meaning I ketuk you buat practice sendirilah. Tapi in the sense that I ketuk you supaya you buat practice. Alright? Because if you don't do practice, so fear, okay, it will hinder you. Okay, dia akan hinder you, menghalang you untuk band 5. So I'm trying to find my timer. So I used my timer last night. I guided the ketukians. Okay, ketukians yang hadir malam tadi. Alright, malam tadi, thank you to those yang committed sampai ke pukul berapa malam tadi kita? Dah pukul 9. Konon nak habis pukul 10. Tapi kita sampai 10.30 ke malam tadi. Okay, dekat pukul 11 macam tu Okay, because I try to train you on how to do practice on your own. So once we did the timing last night, okay, macam mana nak time apa semua tu, alright, so that means even outside of the class you do the timing macam tu. So when you time, if you look I observed last night, okay, last night also in the other class on 2nd October, when we create panic, when you create panic, you paksa diri, memang ayat akan keluar, idea tu keluar je. Okay, cuma yang nombor 4 ni, sebab fear, kita tak menulis. Alright, kita tidak prepare. Kita nak tunggu cukup vocab. kita nak tunggu cukup grammar, kita nak tunggu kita betul-betul faham format, kita nak tunggu dapat idea yang betul-betul gempak baru nak practice. So that is why people don't reach band 5. So if you want to reach band 5, you kena atasi your fear. Okay? So what does that mean? That means you just practice. Alright? Despite you knowing that your vocabulary is weak, your grammar is weak, and your ideas might not be as matured as you want it to be. Okay? Right. So when we did, so it was proven last night, once we create panic, okay, once you create panic, okay, madam time, okay, sekian minit, in that time, dah terbukti the Ketukians were able to hasilkan, okay, dapat produce their paragraph, a body paragraph kot, okay, thesis statement, buat sama-sama lah malam tadi, alright, and then introduction pun buat sama-sama dulu, and then let Ketukians do on the end within a limited time tau. Alright, so by right sebenarnya kita semua boleh buat essay, alright, bagi dah 2 hari kan semua boleh, okay, Google sikit kan, dapat lah. However, in the time that is given, that's what they want to see in the MUET. Alright, okay, so here, ladies and gentlemen, the main thing I want to tell you tonight and share with you tonight is that if you want to score band 5, you need to force yourself to do time practice despite having many different fears, okay, despite having fears, understand? So if I could share with you the timer that I use, okay, so I think my son or my daughter like took my timer and put it somewhere else, it's not here. Alright, if I could show you, so I use a timer that's not attached to my gadget. Alright, okay, so it's not here, so you can look at my other videos I just share with you. Okay, so I hope that helps. Alright, okay. Alright, so we have a lot of people tonight, mashallah, 80 people tonight. So memang kalau live malam ni you all memang tengok okay, alright, so kenapa lag? Oh, lag, okay, lagging Alright, any questions, guys? Alright, so basically, and that's what I found, okay, as I observed among candidates, alright, not only candidates but myself also, okay. So my area for my PhD is actually language testing, okay, English language testing. Nak tengok how I study how exams can affect test takers, meaning candidates, okay, macam mana dia memberi kesan kepada calon-calon exam ni lah, right? Right, okay, so any questions? Okay, hamba Allah, teacher buat PhD dekat Kelantan kan? Okay, PhD I'm doing my writing in Kelantan, alright, sebab because my home is in Kelantan. However, I'm furthering my studies in University Putra Malaysia. So I contact my supervisor via email and Telegram and WhatsApp, right? Okay, Madam Elia Shazri, Madam, I know how to divide time for essay. Okay, so here's a very good question. Very good question. So for the essay, alright, essay you have to remember, okay, email dia dalam 30 markah. Okay, tak silap Madam, 30 markah je. Okay, taklah je tapi 30 markah lah. As compared to the essay which is about 60 marks. Setahu Madam lah, sefaham Madam, sebab by right 90 markah kan untuk setiap paper. So email 30 and then the essay 60. So that's why you really have to focus on the essay 2. So disarankan 50 minutes, alright? For the email 25 minutes and the essay is 50 minutes. And there's a reason for that. Okay, there's a reason for that, because you need to be able to have enough time to build your maturity for the essay. Okay, so divide time for dividing your time, it depends lah, okay, on on how fast you're able to write an introduction, how fast you're able to come up with the thesis statement and the body paragraph conclusion, etc. So, um, what I suggest is about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes for preparation, outlining. Okay, so what we did in our practice, on hands-on practice, we spent. I encourage 5 to 10 minutes for brainstorming, and then to arrange ideas, and then for the intro, and then sorry, thesis statement first, then intro, and then the body paragraph, then the conclusion. Okay, so semuanya within 50 minutes. So it depends on your speed, yeah? All right, so I hope that answers your question, Elias Shazrin. Okay, so Siti Umi Balkis, is it we need to use bombastic words to get band 5? Okay, so this is a very, very common question. Okay, so bombastic word ni, okay, tak semesti bombastic tau. However, you have to be able to show your maturity. Okay, kematangan. Kematangan ni maksudnya um, you're able to explain or use abstract concepts. Okay, abstract concepts. For example, if you're talking about education, you bukan hanya cakap pasal, oh, okay, in the classroom, the teacher works hard, alright, works hard to teach students, contohnya. However, you talk about how teachers encourage resilience, contohnya. Okay, how teachers encourage autonomous learning, contohnya, or teachers encourage what do you call it, scaffolding among students, contoh. Okay, so that's, so meaning you try to go a higher level instead of surface level, itu je. Okay, so benda ni perlukan pembacaan, memerlukan practice. Okay, however, since there's still time, there's always time for you to read, all right, and get some ideas of what you can write for all the themes that I mentioned before. Okay, so all the things, for example, for health macam ni, kalau education punya tajuk macam ni, kalau consumerism punya theme macam ni, okay, or information technology punya theme macam ni, certain words that you can use, all right. Alright, so it's not so much of bombastic ke tak bombastic, however your maturity. Okay, Rizwan, madam kalau tak ada thesis statement exam mesti marah kan? Alright, thesis bukan marah. Sedih. Sedih sebab nak bagi markah tak boleh. Right, thesis statement memang tunjang lah, is the backbone of the essay. Okay, Nora, madam boleh tak bagi tips untuk yang tak mahir nak guna English yang advance? Okay, now you jangan target advance. Okay, you tak payah target advance. Alright, you target untuk menulis je. Macam tu. Alright, you jangan fikir, that's why I talk about fear. If you thinking, oh, I tak sampai advance, you nak prepare. Okay, you tak payah takut. You practice je. And niscaya you start practice tu, you nampak, oh, macam ni aku punya penulisan. And then you upgrade sikit lagi, but it starts with your first practice. Okay, it starts with the first practice that you do. Right? Okay, Intan, okay. InsyaAllah Intan, Allah bantu you luar biasa, insyaAllah. Andy Sue, hi madam, the given instruction was right at least 25 words. Is it okay to write more than that, right? I'm used to write around 400 to 500 words. Is that wrong? Will my marks be deducted? Okay, now Andy. It says at least 250 words. Kenapa dia nak deduct marks? Sebab dia pun kata at least. So that means it's okay. So extended essay, nama pun extended. So it encourages you to write more and more and more. Elaborate and elaborate and elaborate as much as you can, yeah? Okay. Time planning. Okay, thank you, Rizwan. Okay, Waalaikumsalam. Dia, I have a question for discursive essay. Let's say the question is, today technology has changed the way we live. So my opinions agree with these points. But for my points, I give 2 positive effect of technology and 1 negative effect. So is it acceptable? So your thesis statement, okay, now this is so you have to be careful, dear. For argumentative or for discursive. Okay, for discursive, you show that you agree. All right. All right. So if you're talking about positive and negative, if you're showing that you have neutral stand, you cannot show that you agree lah with the statement, yeah? So you have to show a neutral stand. Today technology has changed the way we live. Okay, so here the change the way we live. Oh, okay. Then you have to say that today technology has changed the way we live in different ways. All right. So you can say among the ways are two positive effects and one negative effect. Contoh, alright. Um, sebab dia tak ada cakap. If you would disagree, then you would say technology does not change the way we live. Okay, so you kena make sure you faham soalan tu, alright. And then you decide whether you are pro against. So here soalan dia adalah adakah you setuju ke tidak bahawa teknologi dah memberi perubahan kepada cara kita hidup. So you tak setuju. So your two positive fact and negative fact it just shows that yes, it has changed the way we live. Yeah, okay. So betul dah tu. Okay, okay, better ke better? I forgot lah, better betul, better. Betul Allah, madam, macam mana nak tahu formal or informal letter and email ya? Adakah dia dalam exam? Okay, so formal, nak tahu formal, dia dear usually. Okay, informal senang je, dia hi. Hi everyone. Hi, hi Kiki, contoh, right? And these two formal letters for high authorities. Informal letters typically for friends and family, yes. Now there are examples in the books here that show, you know, a teacher writing to a student writing to a teacher. So by right kita nampak macam formal tau. Tapi when we look at the format, it's actually informal because they start with hi Madam Iman contoh, or hi Madam Mahani, hi everyone. Okay, so by right kalau kita tengok situation tu, teaching a student selalunya formal je kan, tapi in the questions it's actually informal. So be careful there. Tuition, madam sekarang ni fokus classes for ketukian, so you can look at the MUET ketuk program ya. If you need help ya, hamba Allah. Okay, Adila Razak, madam kena kira kuat selepas siap tulis. Kalau sempat you kira, elok lah, nampak kesungguhan you. Alright, kalau tak sempat tak apalah. Alright, kalau sempat kira lah. Oh, my school MUET teacher said I'm not supposed to write more than 250. Okay, boleh. Okay, kalau mungkin maybe your teacher is saying that so that you don't go too overboard. Maybe some examiners don't like too long, alright? Okay, so tak nak salahkan your school teacher pun, mungkin nak galakkan untuk tidak panjang sangat, alright? Madam nak tanya, okay, kalau kita jawab task tu dulu sebab spend time 5 minit, ke jawab task pun, okay, apa-apa pun Kamalia, okay, teknik menjawab soalan ni, alright, teknik menjawab soalan ni, you kena tackle your psychology. Okay, psychology you, when we want to do anything, alright, you have to, it's better that we do something that's easy first. Okay, if you do something that is difficult first, it will affect the timing. Satu, your psychology pun akan terkesan. So okay, ini benda belajar. Alright, so untuk tackle soalan, you buat yang mudah dulu. That means you siapkan email dulu. Alright, email dulu. Sebab email ni mudah sikit sebab you tak kena fikir linking sentence, you tak kena fikir thesis statement. You just fikir untuk respond kepada email statement tu je. Yeah. Okay, sorry madam for asking again. What is thesis statement? Is that the question statement? So thesis statement, please, madam nak cerita panjang dalam live ni, okay? The thesis statement, you need to make sure that you get some books, alright? Thesis statement senang je nak faham. Thesis statement is a statement in your introduction that gives an introduction of what your main ideas akan cerita pasal, what your main points will talk about, okay? Alright, so it's in your intro and your in conclusion. So make sure you do some revision, alright, of essay writing. Masa SPM dah belajar sebenarnya. However, mungkin yelah, we have gone through so many things, maybe you lupa, alright. So make sure you go do some revision. You Google pun ada thesis statement. Alright. Okay, Alhamdulillah Nik Nadila. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Madam for task better panjang kau just nice je. More at least 250 words tu je Madam cakap. Aisyah Zulaika Jangan kurang daripada 250 words. Kemudian ada Madam kadang-kadang saya keliru bila dia bagi soalan kata speech. Tapi sebenarnya dia tanya pendapat kalangan biasa je. Speech. Bagi soalan kata speech. Yes, in the question they say there's a speech by this person. However, dia fokus kepada kenyataan, statement tengah-tengah tu kan. So you fokus pada statement tu saja ya. Okay. Alright. Thesis statement central idea. Yeah, basically yeah. However, alright, please look into the books, alright, and Google pun boleh kot how to write an effective thesis statement. Okay. However, kalau you Google, dia macam dia banyak pendapat tau. Alright. So I prefer if you refer to MUET books terus macam ni. Buku ni mudah nak faham. Okay, this book. Okay, Madam bukan jual buku ni tau. Madam bukan duta, ambassador bukan. Okay, however, I feel that this book is good. Concise lah. Dia punya nota macam pendek-pendek dan mudah faham. This statement tu macam mana, alright? Kalau terlebih, okay, so kila ni, Madam, how many main points we have to write for task 2? Okay, disarankan 3. Not 4, not 2, but 3. Ya, insyaAllah. Nurai Nabila, Madam boleh tak bagi kita basic argumentative discursive essay? Okay, yang tu, Nurai go on my channel. Yang tu Madam cerita panjang sikit. So, you can, ada yang tajuk Madam fokus argumentative versus discursive. Okay? Ya, Nurai. Okay, betul Rizwan. Okay, Tengku Anis, Madam, how to identify whether it's discursive, argumentative, problem solution essay. So there are ways, alright. So again, you can get this book and dia cakap macam mana. Briefly, kalau Madam simplify, discursive is giving your opinion. Dia cakap give opinion or express your opinion, express your thoughts. Argumentative is if they ask for your viewpoint and if they ask whether you agree or not. And problem solution if they ask you for suggestions or ways to solve a problem or an issue. Okay, Tengku Anis. So Siti Umi Bakis, can we use our personal statement as thesis statement? Okay, so that one personal statement tak boleh, alright? You have to use thesis statement. Dia lain tau. Alright, Madam, for the introduction, can we start with the dialogue? Dialogue, I think you can. Try to, I'm not used to doing that, okay? You can try to look in the internet ways to write an effective introduction. Okay, tengok boleh tak? Ada tak cara dialogue? Madam tak nak fikir lah sekarang ni at the top of my head because I've not done that before. Alright. Alicia Azri, Madam maksudnya thesis statement tu macam kita state kita agree or disagree tu ke Madam. Yes, betul. And then kita state 3 points kita dalam ayat yang sama. Alright. Ataupun yes, in that sentence. Okay guys, okay, thank you guys. Alright, so any more questions? I'll open I'll hope to have more live sessions. So I'd like to say thank you to all the 90 something tadi reach 100 and all everyone who has joined the session tonight. Okay, thank you so much. It's nice to have interaction, with people and share. So alhamdulillah, thank you for all the wonderful questions. Okay, so for conclusion for tonight is how to score band 5 is to make sure you put aside your fear and make sure you just practice, because from that practice you will improve at a better level and a better level and a better level. However, you will not reach that level if you do not start here first. Okay? Alright, so happy preparing. Alright, Madam doakan you all Ketukians. Make sure you keep up with our group. Alright? And keep reporting your progress in our group, inshallah. Hope to see you in the group. Okay, take care. Good evening, good night. So have a nice evening. Assalamualaikum. Ciao.